Ryan Reynolds was once seen as the lovable face of Hollywood. He cracked jokes, starred in blockbuster movies, and seemed to live the dream life with his wife, Blake Lively. For many people, he was that perfect star, funny, charming, and always trending for all the right reasons. But lately, all we've been hearing is drama and controversy that makes you wonder if his entire image is just a pretty wrapping on a shaky product. So let's jump straight in. It all starts with a movie called It Ends With Us. This story was originally brought to life by director and actor Justin Baldoni, who bought the rights to adapt Colleen Hoover's popular novel. From the start, Baldoni had one major goal. He wanted to shine a light on survivors of serious relationship harm. He saw the movie as something that could help people facing tough situations. Over 5 years, Baldoni and his team worked closely with Hoover to ensure that the screenplay was handled with care. It sounded like a wonderful plan. Then Blake Lively joined the project in 2023. After many roles were already set, suddenly things began to shift and Ryan Reynolds also entered the picture. Now, Blake Lively didn't just want to act in the film. She took on the role of executive producer, which is like being a boss behind the scenes. At first, people were pretty excited, but the excitement fizzled when rumors spread that Blake was likely taking more control than anyone ever expected. She reportedly changed her wardrobe in ways that did not match the original vision of the movie. She also forced changes in script lines, scheduling, and budgets. The film's official costume designer even felt sidelined because apparently Blake wanted to decide what every piece of clothing should look like. There's a rumor that Blake insisted her character, Lily Bloom, should wear super expensive shoes, like $5,000 pairs, which went against the entire backstory of Lily being a struggling flower shop owner. That might sound small, but it did not end there. Whereas Blake was so sure her prose was correct that she sometimes demanded scripts rewrites every other day. And guess who allegedly helped rewrite one of the big scenes? Ryan Reynolds. Blake openly shared that her husband worked on the rooftop scene with her, leaving the real writer feeling a bit overlooked. This is where things start to look suspicious to fans. Why was Ryan meddling in a project that was not his from the start? People began to speculate that Ryan loves being in control and can't handle not having the spotlight. After all, we saw something similar happen when Tim Miller, the director of the first Deadpool, suddenly left the sequel over creative differences. Some folks think that's Hollywood code for Ryan Reynolds overshadowed the director. Even more intriguing is that Justin Baldoni claims he faced a smear campaign when pictures leaked of Blake's self-selected outfits. Fans were confused about the look. That confusion spilled over to Sony, the film's distributor. Baldoni said he approached Blake in a professional way, showing real emotion, because he worried about the project's direction. Blake turned around and said she felt uncomfortable, bringing up how Baldoni once asked her weight, allegedly, so he wouldn't hurt his back while lifting her in a scene. She took that as a body-related insult. Some people suspect that Ryan might have added fuel to the fire by accusing Baldoni of making body remarks. Now, Baldoni was on the losing side of this public story. He claims Ryan's star power and Blake's tough demands forced him into a corner. They even brought in their own editor for the movie, a guy who had worked on Deadpool and some other big films, effectively kicking out Baldoni's original editor. If that's true, it suggests a major power play. Ryan's and Blake's presence was so strong that the original creator of the project, Baldoni, was pushed aside. This is where the fun twist comes. Some fans believe the endgame might be for Ryan and Blake to secure full creative power over potential sequels or spin-offs. Conspiracy theory or not, the pattern of Ryan stepping in and controlling a film that's not original his might be a piece of the puzzle that's too big to ignore. Speaking of conspiracy theories, there is another angle. Ryan used to be married to Scarlett Johansson, and rumors say jealousy and career competition damaged their marriage. If that's true, maybe Ryan has a history of feeling threatened by a strong, successful woman. He has also been called out for overshadowing co-stars. Then there is Blake's own background, which has raised eyebrows. She once posted about old southern mansions and used the plantation for a wedding with Ryan and act. People found her extremely insensitive given the history of those lands. So it's not the first time these two have made questionable decisions that spark major public criticism. What really set off the alarm for me is how this entire fiasco turned It Ends With Us, a story about domestic problems, into a circus of on-set drama. People wanted a serious, heartfelt movie about real issues. Instead, they got gossip about shoe budgets, rescripting scenes, and alleged bullying. Some fans are furious that such a meaningful story was tossed aside for Ryan's and Blake's brand expansion, like launching hair products or alcoholic drinks during filming. Adding to the weirdness is their close friendship with Taylor Swift, who is known for controlling her own brand super carefully. Swift reportedly hasn't said a thing about her bestie's meltdown, which might be telling. She might be quietly protecting her own brand by steering clear of the chaos. Justin Baldoni and his production team eventually took the conflict to court, claiming defamation. He says there was no body shaming, no wrongdoing, and that Ryan and Blake twisted certain moments to paint him as the ultimate villain. On top of that, Baldoni said that at the film's premiere, he was basically exiled to the basement so he wouldn't cross paths with Blake. He was the director, yet he couldn't even enjoy the premiere alongside the cast. Baldoni's friends, family and co-workers were also forced to hang out in some separate theatre, missing out on the after party. That's a massive blow to a guy who poured years into developing this project only to be locked out of the spotlight in favour of Ryan and Blake. Now, hold on, wait a minute, and let's step back and look at the big picture. Are we witnessing the downfall of Ryan Reynolds, or is this just another celeb spat that people will forget in a few weeks? Some viewers claim that they are over Ryan's comedic internet persona and that this drama reveals a controlling side. Then again, others argue that we shouldn't jump to conclusions because we don't truly know what happened behind closed doors. It might be a case of big Hollywood egos clashing, and it wouldn't be the first time. We've seen so many stars go from beloved icons to widely criticized figures in the blink of an eye. For example, P. Diddy and Drake. Fans have also pointed out that Ryan, with all his businesses, like that cell phone company and a gin brand, might just be a marketing genius who found a way to dominate every corner of the entertainment industry. People loved him as Deadpool because he seemed different from the typical Hollywood star, but too many controversies and too much controlling behavior can wear down that goodwill fast. There is only so much drama the public can take before it turns into a giant backlash. So, where does that leave us? Some fans believe that if Ryan and Blake keep pushing their luck by overshadowing co-workers, ignoring important themes, and spinning the narrative in their favour, Hollywood might bite back. Directors, studios, and fellow actors might become wary of working with them. At the same time, if the lawsuit unravels even more secrets, it could expose them to more backlash, or they could find a super clever PR strategy that silences critics and keeps them in top demand. It has happened before. If there is one thing we know about Hollywood, is that major names can be forgiven fast if they deliver hits and keep raking in money. In the end, the big question remains, is Ryan Reynolds truly the hilarious good guy we always loved? Or is this drama showing us his real personality? Could the entire family-friendly, meme-loving image be a camouflage for a far more controlling person? I'm not telling anyone what to believe, but the evidence we have seen about It Ends With Us, about Baldoni's claims, about Blake's intense demands, and about Ryan rewriting scenes with no official writing credit definitely raises eyebrows. Fans are concerned, insiders are talking, and the entire situation is about as messy as it gets. So that's the entire story so far, full of rumors, real statements, court cases, and shocking details. It's possible that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively will bounce back easily from this. They are powerful, they are stinking rich, and they have enormous fan support. But if these stories keep coming, and if Baldoni's lawsuit drags out more receipts, we might see an even bigger shift in how people view them. The real question is, will this all blow over, or are we about to watch the downfall of a Hollywood legend right before our eyes? That's it for now. If new details pop up, you can bet I'll keep my ears open and spill the updates, because let's face it, Hollywood drama never really ends. It just gets weirder.